you go. Hi, your Zen Life.
Hi. Hi, Zen Life.
I'm with my guru. Can I say that? Mentor? How do you say it? Tracy Mcmillan, and we're gonna talk. My friend.
Yeah, friend.
And we're gonna talk about. Do you remember what we're gonna talk about?
We're gonna talk about relationships.
We're gonna talk about relationships.
My favorite topic.
And I made a bunch of notes, and I could pull them up.
Yeah. Should we? Okay. All right. We'll just wing it.
We're gonna talk about gauging toxic density. Do you remember saying
this?
This?
Oh yeah.
This is so good.
So we're gonna talk about relationships and like toxic relationships.
Toxic relationships.
And how do you know if you're in a toxic relationship?
How do you know?
Okay. Well, there's like a few indications, but the first thing I would say is to look at it like lightness to density.
Oh, that's it.
Right?
Beautiful, beautiful.
So like, I hesitate to use the word healthy relationship, but let's just say flourishing, expanding. When that is happening and you're in the energy of flourishing and expanding and like life-affirming energy in a relationship, there's a lightness to it. So things can come up, but it's light.
You can feel it in flow, and you can have like constrictions, but you're not shut down.
Yes, and you can move through them pretty quickly.
Okay.
So, but toxic relationship has a density to it. It's like a stuckness, a heaviness. There's like a thud to it, like a thickness, and maybe like you're stuck, you know? And it's very hard when you get into a spot to get out of it. When you get into an energy, yes, intractable. So that's the first indication to me. Now, and it's not about like either or. It's not a binary. To me, it's how often are you in a certain kind of energy in the relationship.
Right, it's not permanent. It's just how the frequency of when that comes up is an indicator that this is probably toxic.
Oh, yes.
This isn't an attachment thing that I need to learn from. This is like a bad pick, maybe.
Or it's weird because I always hesitate to say like...
That's not good, right?
Well, yeah, binary. But I always hesitate to even say... I think you can learn something from every pick. And we've talked a lot about the word assignment.
Yes.
So assignment.
So good. How good is this word?
Okay, so assignment. So no matter who's in your life, let's just say they're your assignment for today. So the question is, when I complete the assignment, I move on. End of story.
Done.
Right? And a lot of times you can try to move on, but if the assignment isn't over, you don't go anywhere because you're not done with the assignment yet. So the question is always going to be, what's the assignment here? What am I meant to learn? What am I trying to see? And it's always going to be something in myself.
Always, right?
Always.
Anything that's discomfort is usually a reflection of something that's going on with you. Okay.
I mean, you know there's stuff going on in the other person, sure,
right.
but that's none of my business.
Yeah, you got to stay out of your, that's the other thing. You got to stay out of your lane, right?
Yeah, well, or stay in my lane.
That's right.
I like the image of a hula hoop. And so everything that's in this is the only place that I really have any power or control, is inside my own hula hoop. Like, you can talk to the other person about things going on in their hula hoop.
While they're hula hooping.
Yeah, but they're not, you can't really do anything about it, and it's not your job to get into their hula hoop and start, you know, rearranging things.
And if you try, the hula hoop's going to fall down.
That's true.
It's going to mess up their hula hoop experience.
Exactly.
This is good.
Yeah.
Assignments and hula hoops. Okay.
So you mentioned something too about attachment.
Yes.
So I feel like, so it's easy to say like, oh, that relationship is toxic, or that relationship is not a great idea, or you could do better, or whatever those words are. But why is it that we would be drawn into a very dense relationship and be unable to get out of it? I'm going to say that brings us to the attachment.
Okay, I'm with that.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I mean, you and I talk about this. So attachment is really like the very DNA of a pair bond, what's called a pair bond. Okay. So we're human beings, we're primates, we are designed to pair bond. So we're designed to meet, to bond the same way that we bonded with our primary attachment figure, like our mother usually. We're going to redo that entire process with mates.
consciously and unconsciously, right?
Right.
Probably mostly unconsciously.
Mostly unconscious.
Until you work, I mean, even if you work on it, but until you work on it, it's so unconscious.
Oh my God.
Maybe you found that you're in the same relationship over and over
right.
and over and over again.
Oh my God.
Maybe you found that.
Yes, you may have found that.
You may have discovered
as
that.
I found.
That's
yeah.
I've done in my life.
I mean, I know a lot about relationships, and I am just beginning to understand.
Oh, today.
How much? Like by the day.
Today,
yes.
just woke up today. I'm
yes.
like, oh, okay, cool.
No, I had a major revelation last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's.
Yes, same.
You know, and I've been on the planet a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working in the area of relationship,
Mm-hmm.
writing books. And I'm
Mhm.
55 years old, and I've been
Mhm.
married and divorced 3 times. I mean,
Mhm.
I've done all that.
You've done
the married,
field work.
I have. So the married and divorced 3 times is like, maybe I have an issue here.
Mhm.
Okay, but that doesn't mean just knowing you have an issue is just the very, very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like 15 years since my last marriage,
Mm-hmm.
so that's, and I'm just having huge revelations around like my mother wound, for
Mhm.
example.
Those
so,
are big, right?
I know.
Identifying the primary caregiver wounds and what you want to learn from it and how you want to grow and how you want to pick and what you're looking for. Because I think one of the things that comes up in relationships, toxic or otherwise, is that role play in relationships is very easy. But we've sort of moved out of the era of role play. I mean, we live in Los Angeles, so
Right.
ostensibly we have
Yeah.
this idea of like, I'm gonna be the guy and you're gonna be
Right.
the gal. And
Right.
like, we're beyond this stuff, or we're
Right.
trying to be. And when you come
Yeah.
into contact with intimacy, shit gets messy.
Yeah.
Intimacy is messy.
It's true.
Hey, these are my needs, these are my turn-ons, this is what I like, this is what I
Right.
don't like. That's
Oh my
intimacy.
gosh.
And that's hard.
No, I think some of the most stable relationships in the world are relationships where they never talk about any of that.
100%.
You know, and
Define
that's like
roles.
yeah,
right?
and it's like we don't ever talk about that. It's very stable.
Mhm.
It's not very what's the word when you're happy and fulfilled. It's
not
not very
blissful.
fulfilling. Yeah,
Totally.
but it is stable.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I almost want to say there's like 2 kinds of people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is too simplistic, but
All right.
just take the
These are broad strokes.
yeah, exactly. So there's 2 kinds of people. There are people who know how to do the stable thing that have to figure out who they really are and what. Because like it makes me start talking about Maslow's hierarchy. So
Okay,
you know
that's
you
right.
have Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a triangle. Down here is like food, shelter, water. Up here is self-actualization.
Right.
Family belonging is in the middle.
Right.
Then you have like self-esteem, respect, like the world.
Mm-hmm.
Getting something from the world. And then, so sometimes those stable relationships are operating underneath self-actualization.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, and in order to do self-actualization, you may have to move through the idea that you're going to be respected in the world in a certain way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like you have the example of somebody who follows all the rules,
Mm-hmm.
has all the, you know, the house, the
shiny
career,
things.
all the things that make you look like a legit human,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not able to actualize until you sort of move through all that stuff, possibly let it go,
Mhm.
and go, well, who am I really?
Well, hashtag midlife crisis, right? You get all the
Exactly.
things and you're like, wait, who am I?
Yeah.
So
What do I
okay.
want?
Yeah, why? I
But
mean,
that's a scary question because you know if you ask that question, everything underneath that can be affected.
it questions the whole triangle.
Yeah.
I love Tracy. I could talk to her. I do talk to her all the time. I could talk to her forever.
How are we out of time?
Because we talk about.
No way!
So there'll be more, but we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna
that
go.
was too fast.
And thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye.
Bink.